G'day and welcome back to Let's Keep It Real. If all Australians knew how Australian politics is rigged to benefit big business more than anyone else, it would change the way we all voted forever. This is The Rigged Game, Part 12. We've spent 11 parts showing you how Labor and the Coalition have protected donors, delayed reform, and kept ordinary Australians locked out of real change. Now Pauline Hanson's got a big night on Sky News. Pauline, please explain. So let's ask the question that matters most. If one nation becomes the opposition and Labor stays in government, what can they actually change? Opposition isn't government. Here's what the rigged game counts on, that you won't notice the difference between opposition and government. Being the opposition doesn't mean you run the country. Labor would still write the budget. Labor would still decide what gets voted on in the House. So, if one nation becomes the opposition, replacing the old coalition, that's a huge result, a real changing of the guard. But it's not the same as winning government. Think of it like being on the board of a company, not the boss. You can't decide things alone, but you can force the boss to explain themselves in public every single day. 4 places the rigged game can't fully shut the door on. First, the Senate. If Labor doesn't control it outright, every law they want has to be negotiated. That's real leverage. Second, parliamentary inquiries, forcing facts about donor influence, immigration numbers, or spending blowouts onto the public record. The same donor influence we've tracked across this whole series. Third, question time, guaranteed airtime every sitting day to hold ministers to account. Fourth, private members' bills, forcing every single MP to vote on the record even without the numbers to win outright. Take housing. One nation as opposition can't cut immigration alone. That takes government. But a Senate inquiry can force the real numbers on migration and housing demand into public view. The same way we exposed the funding numbers earlier in this series. Take cost of living. They can't set the budget, but they can refuse to wave through a bill without real relief attached. Take energy policy. They can't scrap net zero from opposition, but they can force ministers to answer, on the record, exactly what it's costing households. None of this is as fast as holding government, but it's real. It's a crack in a game that's been rigged for decades. So here's the question for the 28th of July. If one nation becomes the opposition, what's the first real thing you could deliver? Not what you'd like to do, but what you could actually get done through the Senate, an inquiry, or a private member's bill. That's not a gotcha. It's fair. And it's the question that separates a party with a real strategy from a party that's just good at talking. Exactly the kind of accountability this whole series has been chasing. If you've ever felt like both major parties say what they need to say to get elected, then do whatever they were always going to do anyway. You're not wrong. That's 40 years of watching it happen, and it's why we started the rigged game in the first place. One nation as opposition isn't the finish line, but it's a foot in the door that's never been opened before. Real change starts with real accountability. Watch Saturday Night closely. So do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward. Hebrews 10:35. Let's keep it real. See you next time for part 13. YouTube at Let's Keep It Real 2026. X at Let's Keep It Real 2026. Facebook, Let's Keep It Real.